Previously on The Documentalist, we were able to learn about the case of Jesus Arreola, a man whose soul seems to be so ancient that it would be impossible for him to exist. But also it's the soul of a demon, an evil being who, for some unknown reason, carries behind him. And that's why, and because you asked for it, I found myself in the need and obligation to do a special investigation to find out who he is, where he comes from, why is he here. I am the Documentalista, and this is Adrammelech, a demon more powerful than Satan. Adramelech, also called Adramelech or Adramelech. He is a deity, and one of the parts of the story where he is mentioned is in the Bible. According to 2 Kings 17:31, it says, "And the Avites made Nibaz and Tartak, and the Sepharvites burned their children in fire as offerings to Adramelech and Adrammelech, gods of Sepharvaim." Sepharvaim is an ancient city, however, mysteriously, no one has been able to locate it on the map. Of course, it's a lost city, but it is known to have existed along with Babylon, Hamath, and Damascus, although some scholars say this city could be located on the eastern bank of the Euphrates. But what's so special about this city? Why did it disappear from the map? What is it hiding? It seems that the real reason why Sepharvaim disappeared was a war, with the inhabitants of that city being conquered by the Assyrian army, which in turn took possession not only of the lands but of the people themselves, to take them and relocate them in another city called Samaria, but that city was deserted. This happened right after the exile of the Israelites, when the people of Sepharvaim were removed from their place of origin and traveled to Samaria. They brought with them customs, philosophies, and language, and of course religion. And apparently they worshipped 2 gods considered pagan, to whom they paid terrifying homage as they burned their children in the fire. In honor of Adrammelech and Adramelech, there is a person named Adramelech, described in the Bible and some other ancient texts as a murderer. Apparently, Adramelech was once a human, that is, he has not always been a demon. However, his soul was condemned for his actions, as he and his brother Sarecer decided to rebel against their father Sennacherib, king of Assyria. According to the Old Testament, it happened that while the king was worshipping in the temple of Nisroch, his god, his sons Adramelech and Sarecer killed him with a sword and fled to the land of Ararat. There is an inscription from his successor and avenger's son, Azar-Jadon, that confirms this biblical statement, although it does not mention the real names of the murderers. It is not known how Adramelech went from being a mere mortal to becoming a demon, and even a god. Perhaps they are different personalities, but with the same name. Adramelech is considered a demon in some Judeo-Christian traditions. But during my research, I was able to find certain texts in different languages whose relation led me to reveal the true personality of this demon. Adrammelech is a great chancellor of the underworld and president of the High Council of Demons. He oversees the wardrobe of the King of Demons. As we have seen, he was worshipped in Sepharvaim, where children were burned on his altars. The rabbis say that he appears with the face of a mule and sometimes as a real peacock. The Adrammelech is described as one of the 2 throne angels and is the 8th of the 10 archdemons of the Order of the Fly. Beelzebub, which gives us plenty of material to work with in future videos. The name of Adramelech appears in the Old Testament twice, but the truth is, it's not clear if they are 2 different characters. The first as the son of Sennacherib and the second as the demon. Adramelech, the god of the Sepharvites, worshipped through human sacrifice. It's normal to relate or form a link between Adramelech and Moloch because from both comes the practice of worshipping them by burning children. Adramelech in Paradise Lost is briefly mentioned as an angelic being defeated and vanquished from heaven by the archangels Uriel and Raphael. In The Messiah by Friedrich Gottlieb, an epic poem influenced by Paradise Lost, Adramelech is a spirit of cunning and malice that surpasses Satan. That both worked to snatch the kingdom of heaven from God, but they failed. And then Adramelech turned against Satan and wanted to take his place. It is said that before Satan, it was Adramelech who tried apostasy. Apostasy, that is, to renounce God. Obviously he failed, but the actions he took afterwards along with Satan were not to advance his kingdom but his own. As we can see, and like the obvious, he told Jesus to Arreola in the video that I have left you in the description. Adramelech is an ancient spirit, a soul so old that it dates back even to times beyond the fall of the angels. And had he been considering how to rise to the dominion of hell, how to confront the Prince of Fire in the depths of a new war against the Eternal? Could Adramelech be more powerful than Satan himself? Was Adramelech responsible for Lucifer's fall? Did he really lose? Or was it part of his plans to get rid of Satan? There are many unknowns, from the terrible event of Jesus Arreola, whose soul is that of a demon with a mule's face and peacock feathers, to a prince who murdered his father, and a fallen angel who is more than Satan and was the first to try to overthrow God. We have much to learn about this world of demons. Only by studying and opening our minds can we discover the truth. And perhaps why not one day know the true origin of God and of the kingdom, of the heavens. I am the Duke Mentalist, and this was Adramelech, a demon more powerful than Satan. Special greetings to María de la Luz, Guapo Santana, Osmar Penagrajales, Oscar Antonio Broly, The Legendary Sayan, Enrique Bueno, Roberto Méndez, Jesús Pérez, Benjamín Peralta, Eduardo Orantes, Carlos Becerril, Hidden Worlds, Luis Humana, Michelle Massachusetts, Ezequiel Sosa, Ismael Paz, Lucio Vázquez, Cristian Garamendi, and Martin Garcia. Thank you, and until next time.